All right, at my desk. I'm ready to tackle this Q&A. I've got some food, got some cereal. It's a bit dry. I've run out of milk, so you hear how dry that sounds? It's just, I'm not sure I wanna eat that. You know, it is a bit dry. Who eats dry cereal? Who eats cereal without milk on? Not me. Hello and welcome back to the Checkpoint, and welcome to the 10,000 subscriber Q&A. Thank you guys so much for that milestone. You know, it's an absolute dream. It's terrific, in all honesty. But yeah, this is all about you today. This is all of your questions and answers. Now, I did say in the original video that I wasn't going to be answering personal questions. I think I specifically said, like, what colour underpants are you wearing? I mean, that's just a bit too personal. So let's get straight on to the first question from Stephen Curry fan. What colour of underpants are you wearing? You gonna play me like that? The next question comes from a couple of friends of mine. This is Chortle Games and Hey Blind Mouse. Two of, you know, very good friends that I've found on Twitter and Reddit and the internet. They're really cool guys. Please go check the channels out. I'd really appreciate it if you did. Their questions are, well, I'll read Blind Mouse's first. Hey Steve, my question is, why did you start YouTube in the first place, and what do you think attributed most to your success? And Chortle Games is, congrats again Steve, still super happy to see you blow up like this. Thanks. My question is, what made you want to start YouTube? Keep up the great work. So they've pretty much asked the same question. So the reason I started YouTube is, at school I was a bit of a timid child. Like, I'd always be the last one to go up for public speaking style presentation things and stuff like that, and I really wanted to improve on that, as well as give myself an outlet to, like, express myself on, because quite often you find that you're quite confined when you're choosing hobbies. Like, if you choose to play a sport, you're only confined to that sport, but with YouTube you have video recording, obviously, editing, recording, selecting music, making art for the channel, of course, playing video games, which is always fun, choosing the right type of video games, improving your content. There's so many elements to YouTube, so much stuff you have to take care of. It's like a little pet project. That's the whole reason I started in the first place, because I wanted something that I could put on a plate and say, you know, this is mine, and I'm really proud of it. And I think you should always be proud of what you're creating on your channel, big or small, but you should always be striving for more. This doesn't really answer your question. I'm going on a tangent here. I started the channel because I wanted a creative outlet. I'm a creative person, and I wanted something to say, you know, this is what I can do at my full potential. Look at it, stare at it, enjoy it. And I wanted people to laugh at my funny jokes, okay? Alright, next question. The next question is from Slimefire, a long-time supporter of the channel. Thank you so much, dude, for all your support. I really appreciate it. He says, dude, congrats so much. Thank you. This is a huge milestone, and I'm so happy to come along the journey. As for my question, what editing software do you use to make your videos? And I guess this goes along with it. Did you make your logos and branding and that sort of thing on your own? Keep up the awesome content, man. Thanks, Slimefire. Will do. Yeah, I made all the stuff on the channel by myself. Everything you've ever seen on this channel, pretty much, is entirely mine. All the little character arts, all the thumbnails, that's mine. Even some of the music in some episodes of The Checkpoint, that's a long time ago there. You know, it's mine. I created that, and that's one of the main things I think you should always try to do with your channel. Don't outsource your art unless you're really, you know, really shit at it. You know, try your best to make something that you can say to people, you know, 100%, this is mine. You know, it'll feel better in the long run. What do I use to edit my videos? I use Sony Vegas, not sure what version it is. Yeah, it served me pretty well. Haven't really thought about transferring over to, like, Adobe or anything yet. Maybe in the future. If needs be, but right now I'm quite enjoying Sony Vegas, you know. It gives me everything I need, which is, you know, that's fine. The next question is from Project Infinity Official. He says, hi, I'm Project Infinity, and I have nothing to do with Slimefire. Right, I already know it's you, Slimefire, so drop the kick. Anyway, he says, what is your favourite game of all time? Someone else asked the exact same question. Let me just scroll down and find it. Masiek Kin? I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. He says, what is your favourite game ever? Has anyone else said it? I'm pretty sure someone else said it. I'm gonna scroll. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe no one else said it. Okay, you two guys. Thank you for your question. My favorite game of all time. I have a couple, but I'll do my top three. At number 3 would be Portal 2, because Portal 1 was just perfect in my opinion, so when they announced Portal 2, it's just like, oh god, they're doing a Portal sequel, why? Why are they doing this? They don't need to do this. And then it was like better than the original. It's very rare that you find that with video games, that the second one is better than the first one, which you thought was perfect anyway, and it turns out it's even more perfect. That's just how Portal 2 works, and yeah, I really enjoyed Portal 2, and it's definitely deserving of my... It's the humour, the gameplay, the puzzles, how you've got to actually try and test yourself in that game, and just the story, and it's a wonderful game, and if you haven't played it yet, and then what are you doing? Stop watching this video. My second favourite game of all time would have to be Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, or Grand Theft Auto 5. It flips. I really enjoy 5. I know a lot of people don't really that much, and that's even without like touching the online really at all. If you guys want to see any GTA 5 videos on this channel, by the way, please let me know. I've been considering it for a while. I know a couple of friends that would be, love to get involved, so if you want to see GTA Online content on the channel, let me know. So yeah, GTA 5 San Andreas. San Andreas is just so open. I think it's the ultimate open. You can get a jetpack. You can get a jetpack in the game. You can go scuba diving. You can do all this stuff. And maybe a lot of it is to do with nostalgia, because, I do doubt it sometimes with GTA 5 coming out and that game just being... I love GTA 5. The story I've played through like 3 times. It's a problem for me. And my number 1 favourite game, bit cliche, Ocarina of Time, Zelda. Didn't play the N64 version, played the 3DS version, which, but I still think it gives the same sense of adventure that a lot of people would have been feeling back then. I know people would have been like, holy shit, the graphics are so, like, incredibly realistic back when it came out, and, like, obviously they aren't, but I think... The graphic style and the art style of the 3DS version, even though it's quite, limited in comparison to what else is out there, it still provides that same sense of adventure. It still evokes that same journey that people would have gone on in, whenever the game came out in the Stone Age. You old ancient dinosaurs. Nah, I'm kidding. It wasn't that long ago, I don't think. But yeah, favourite games of all time, Portal 2, GTA 5 / San Andreas, can't decide, and Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's a very cliche list. Sir, still OP asks, Checkpoint, does your animated face on your thumbnails accurately represent you? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're both male, we have brown hair, I've got a bit more of a beard going on, I'm not that young, actually, it might look a bit weird with that, like, young baby face in the thumbnails, and then, like, me with my gruff man voice. At least I hope it is. Yeah, it does represent me, and I feel like a lot of people want me to do, like, facecam stuff on the channel, and I will do one day, probably, but it won't be in, like, traditional Let's Play format. The thing before was that no one was doing facecams, and then someone like PewDiePie or someone like started doing facecams all of a sudden, and then everyone started doing facecams, and now everyone does facecams, and nobody does like no facecam. So I've never wanted to be like the same as everyone else. That sounds really hipstery, but if everyone's doing it, that's something I don't want to do, and that's something you should always try to do on your channel. Make it as unique as possible. That's why you see things like Guida and stuff like that on the channel that make it a bit, make it stand out a little bit. So yeah, my animated face on my thumbnails does represent me accurately. Not so sure. I will do facecam videos in the future so you can kind of compare, but as of right now, no facecam, but yes, that sort of looks like me. Next question is from Mazadaki. He says, my name is Mertkan, I am from Turkey, and I love you. Not a question, but thanks, Mertkan, I love you too. Let's see, has anyone else got any questions? I'm sure everyone else did. Flubby McFlubberbutt asks, will you ever play any shooters on your channel, like Dead Island, Black Ops, Far Cry, Skyrim, Saints Row, and / or other stuff like that, or even co-op games? Well, I played Overwatch like a couple of months ago, I think, but nobody really commented on it or gave me any feedback, and I love Overwatch. Overwatch is the shooter, to be honest. It is like probably one of the best shooters I've ever played, so that could be making a return, especially with Sombra coming out. You know, I'm sure everyone will want to see Sombra. Will I ever play any shooters like the ones you've mentioned? I've played Black Ops before. I've definitely played Black Ops 3 before on the channel, when it first came out. I've definitely done that. That's coming to an end there, and Infinite Warfare's coming out, and it's just like, ugh. It looks exactly the same as Black Ops 3. It looks like a carbon copy of Black Ops 3. That is, I can't fathom spending that much money for a game that I've just played, and Infinite Warfare just looks like absolute ass, in my opinion. And I can't put myself through it again. Far Cry, Skyrim, Saints Row. I've actually just picked up Skyrim Special Edition. I'm actually playing through as an Elven Archer without using like any fast travel, so I'm just walking around everywhere. It's a really liberating and immersive experience. So if you guys ever want like a bit more realism and like immersion from Skyrim, play it without fast travel. It makes all the difference, I'm telling you. But yeah. That is your question answered, Flubby McFlubberbutt. Thanks for asking them. Now, this guy doesn't want to be called by his YouTube name. He wants to be called Fire8 Games, so that's fine. He says, congrats on 10,000 subscribers, Steve. Love your channel, or canal. Here's my cue question. What is your favourite genre of games? Good luck and cheers. My favourite genre of games, I don't really have a specific genre I like, but I love games with a very specific art style. Like, it doesn't have to be a specific art style, it's just got to be zoned in. Like, you know, Overwatch has got that Disney style Pixar art style, and it's really like lovely to look at. Overcooked I've just played through, that's got like a cel shaded art style. Breath of the Wild, which is coming out, I'm really excited for that. I actually have a big Zelda poster on my wall I'm looking at right now. I fucking love Zelda. If you want to see Zelda on this channel, let me know. That's got a very specific art style. It looks like a goddamn like anime, and it looks sick. What other games? Let me have a look at my shelf. There's No Man's Sky there, but you know, I don't really, you know, that's for another question. What else have I got around here? Anyway, yeah, I just love games with a very specific art style. That's my favourite type of games. I've just played through Journey and Abzu back to back. If your game has a unique art style and has something that's just not gritty realism, that has the best lighting and all that stuff, if your game has that, you can be almost guaranteed that I will try it out, or I will at least look into it, because it just hooks me. I think one of the best things about video games is how they can create like worlds from the most basic like shapes and geometry, and yeah, so if your game has like a specific art style, that's my game. That's the game for me. So thank you for asking your question. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Friendly Channel says, been here since 500. I think he actually has. So, you know, thanks for that, dude. Dylan Rushbury says, are you going to do any more No Man's Sky, or has that game completely died? Man, No Man's Sky, yeah. I like No Man's Sky. I don't think it deserves to be called anything less than good. It's a good exploration game. It's good for like taking screenshots of and looking around. It has died a bit. It has died down a bit. There is definitely a wall, and it really sucks because I had so much hope for the game. I was never on the hype train, but I had so much hope for the game, and I really don't like what Hello Games are doing at the minute with the lack of communication. I understand that they're working away on it, and I can respect that, but even just a tweet saying, yeah, we're working on the game, it's going to be, you know, the content patch is coming out soon, something like that would reinvigorate I wouldn't say like hype or hope, it just, you know, get me intrigued again. So until there's any more substantial additional content for that game, I think I've done everything I need to in that game. I've explored, I've seen creatures which are just, the game provided me with memories, don't get me wrong. My first planet, I can still remember it. It was like an autumn scene. There was like red leaves, and it was beautiful. But until the game can provide me with more moments like that, and not just moments like, oh look, another green planet, I've been on one of these before, I don't think I can carry on playing it. I mean, I'll play it every, you know, if I need to relax. It's a very therapeutic game, but I'm not sure I can play it actively. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's the real reason. No Man's Sky content, maybe if they put more substantial content out. I don't hate Hello Games, I just think it could have been so much more. Mijinas, oh god, I'm terrible with names. Mijnajaz asks, wow, great job, Steve. Thank you so much. I've been watching you for too long, but wow, you have been watching me for too long. I couldn't watch myself for, you know, an extended period of time. You're a great YouTuber, and I'm so happy I found you. So I have random questions. If you saw the world in just one colour, plus different shades of that colour, what colour would it be? Black and white is also an option. What on earth have you been smirking, good sir? If I saw the world in just one colour? I don't know, that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be yellow, because, you know, if you stare at yellow for an extensive period of time, you just kind of, ugh. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure how to respond to this. Black and white? I don't know if I'd want to see in black and white, but I wouldn't want to see everything in one colour either. Maybe I would choose black and white, because it at least provides some degree of like, different saturation. What did I even say? Like, different saturation, like, different lightness levels. Like, you'd actually be able to tell where was dark and where was... But then again, he says random shades. I don't know how to answer your question, but I think whichever way I'd answer, I'd end up looking like Drake in that one video where he's just dancing in the random coloured rooms. What? Hotline Bling. That's how I'd end up, so that's not a life I want. So I'm gonna say black and white. Blazer Boy asks, I'm hoping to see you do a Draw My Life. It's not, well, this isn't really a question. A lot of these aren't questions, but I'm hoping to see you do a Draw My Life. I know your channel is kind of small, but I think the fact is that why our... I don't know what he's trying to say there. You're big in a lot of people's hearts, so some of us would like to see what your life has been like. The friends you've made, the times you've been through. I don't know, just tell us something about your past. See you later, friend. I'd love to do this one day. If I could do it right now, I would. I'd go to the shops. There's one near me that sells like whiteboards and like stationery stuff. I'd buy a whiteboard and I'd do a Draw My Life. I'd love to do that. I have a lot of things to say. But there's a very fine line when you choose to put personal information out there. There's there's a line you have to cross, and I'm not sure I'm ready to cross that line yet. I'd love to just tell you guys about everything that's happened in my life, because, you know, it's a sharing experience, and that's what I said at the start. I wanted an outlet through YouTube. I'll do this one day. I will do this one day. Maybe at the next milestone. Maybe 20,000 subscribers or something. But right now, not quite yet. I want to, you know, gain a collective of you first, like, and then just express myself. Well, that sounds a bit wrong, actually. I want to grab a group of you and then express myself. Jesus Christ. Oh god, it sounds like an ending of a porno or something. But yeah, I will do that one day. If you guys want to see that, make sure you let me know. I'd love to do that for you. Holy shit, this video is getting long. Charles Clements, or Granite Burns 77 says, what was the earliest moment you can remember related to video games and / or YouTube? Right, crap. I remember, oh, okay, I've got this one. This is quite funny, actually. I was like 7 or something, and I asked my dad for a game, because that's what he did back in the day. You ask your parents to buy video games for you rather than going to the PlayStation store and stealing their credit card. And I said, I want this game. Please may you get it for me. I've been good at school. Can I have this game? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he went to the shop, and the next thing I know, he came back, and him and my mum were arguing. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And mum was like, he's bought you an 18. And I was like, it's an 8. What does that mean? And my dad was like, well, I didn't know it was an 18. I wouldn't have bloody bought him it. And it was GTA Vice City. So they still let me play it. I played GTA Vice City at 7 years old. And maybe that's why I'm just so fucked up nowadays. It was absolutely, like, looking back on it, it was such a stupid thing. Like, why would you look at a game that says 18 plus on it in the age rating and think, you know what? My 7-year-old child would love this. I mean, it's the one I asked for. It must have been. Somehow, I don't even know how I knew about it. But I wanted it, and he got me it. So, yeah, great. Thanks, Dad. This is why I'm doing the things I do. Right, Legend of Johnny, another friend of mine, please check out his channel. I've been tracking your sudden and exponential growth on Social Blade and can only dream to see that one day. I can only dream to see that one day. Thanks, man, that honestly means a lot to me. My honest question is just, how does it feel? Everyone talks about that one thing that really gets them out there, and it looks like you stumbled on yours. So in all honesty, how does it feel? Liberating. It feels really liberating. When you're first going for your subscribers on YouTube, or when you're first starting out on YouTube, sorry, you kind of want subscribers more than anything else. You think, man, I'm gonna get so many subscribers, I need to do this, I need to do that, and you watch that subscriber meter tick up and up. But now I've hit 10,000, I feel settled, I feel liberated, I feel like I don't have to watch that count tick up. Now maybe this is just an effect that'll happen when you're approaching a big milestone. Well, I don't want to say big, it's quite small. A milestone like 10,000 subscribers, but it feels really, really freeing, if that's a word. It feels really liberating because you're not tied to that sub count. You're just like, you know what? I've amassed this amount of people and it's something I can be proud of. It's something I can draw a line under and say, you know, that's where I am right now. And that's how it feels. It feels like I don't have to be watching that subscriber count creep up in real time. I just have to sit back, and if I hit something, I can be like, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing, and, you know, that feels really great. So, Legend of Johnny, thank you so much for your question. You're going to hear it one day, dude. I know you are. So please, everyone, go check out his channel. Julian Schulz asks, are you planning any multiplayer projects? I'd love to bring multiplayer gameplay to the channel, but I really want a solid group of friends to play with. But yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to play, like, you know, shooters, online shooters with people, MMOs maybe, open world multiplayer games. Dungeons and Dragons, I want to play so bad on the channel. I think this channel is perfect for Dungeons and Dragons, specifically set within the kind of mini checkpoint universe that I've created. I'd love to do that. So yeah, if you want to see that, guys, please let me know, and yeah, I'll get that in the works for you. Remove Kebab says, RuneScape, when? Wow. Well, this is... We played RuneScape when Kieran was also on the channel. By the way, if you didn't know, Kieran was he was the ex-earner. Well, he was the earner, hold on. He was the earner of the checkpoint alongside me, but then we kind of like, I don't know. There's a whole video explaining this, and he's like kind of doing his own thing now, and he doesn't want to, you know, well, he has expressed like wanting to be involved with the channel. There's by no means a falling out or anything. We're still like great friends. We text each other all the time, but he just doesn't have the time to record for the channel anymore, so... That's that. And Kieran was doing the RuneScape, so obviously without Kieran, you know, I'm not suddenly going to become a RuneScape master. I'm not going to go to RuneScape and just change my entire, like, gameplay style and concepts of what I want to play and stuff. No, I'm going to play what I want to play. And that's something I'm very proud of. This channel has never been a RuneScape channel, a No Man's Sky channel, a Hello Neighbor channel. It's always been a variety gaming channel. So, RuneScape when? RuneScape, no, is my answer. Unless Kieran wants to, like, come back and put a video up just to, like, I don't know, for memory's sake. You know, no RuneScape for now. Dubsify asks, where would you see your channel in 2017, January, based on subs video types? In terms of video types, I'll still be doing what I'm doing. You know, I can't be speculating on subscribes and stuff. Video types... same stuff, whatever I want to play. This is a variety gaming channel, but most of all, it's what you guys want to see. I've always thought this channel is more of, it's not my channel per se, it's our channel, it's mine and the subscribers channel, so whatever you guys want, this is your channel as much as it is mine. Whatever you guys want to see me play, I'll do that for you. So let me know what you want. That's why I always say, let me know if you want to see more of this game. Let me know if you want me to play this specific game. Tell me. You guys need to tell me, because, you know, that's the only way I can decide what content you want to see. Holy shit, this video is so long. Fuck. We're gonna absolutely blast through these last questions. Okay. When the original game of Hello Neighbor will be released in which year? I think it's 2017, so yeah, that's the full release of the game. The alpha builds and the betas will be coming out this year through next year, so yeah. Make sure you follow TinyBuild on Twitter for all the information about that. Sans the Skeleton, I'm back, this is Nathaniel, I just changed my name. Anyway, I'm so happy for you. Thanks, man. Fritz 8 Cake. Me being a recent subscriber makes me feel like I really did something. Do you only play indie games? Seems like it. And what about multiplayer games? I already addressed multiplayer games in this Q&A. Indie games, I play a lot of indie games, that's for sure. I'm going to bring AAA titles in the near future, very soon, maybe even this week, just to dip my toe and experiment a bit. But yes, for the most part, only indie games. That changes with like whatever I want to play, really. Randy Neves, when you began YouTube, what has motivated you to keep making videos? Just getting better at it. I don't know, just all the art and the editing and choosing music and learning more about it, like SEO and analytics and stuff like that. That's the stuff that's kept me going. There's always more to learn. So learning about the whole process and like how to do shit is really what's kept me going. Getting better. Always strive to get better. I'm pretty sure I've already said that in this video, but always strive to get better, and you will. So just keep following what you're doing. Follow your own, your own path. Don't follow in someone else's footsteps. Don't try to be the next. Don't try to be the next, like, PewDiePie, the next Jacksepticeye. Try to be the first you. That's my advice. Keylux Lexu, nice name. Hey Checkpoint, please help PewDiePie finish the game. He's disappointing at Hello Neighbor. He entered the exit and he gave up. Okay, I'll just call up PewDiePie. 2 seconds. Okay, he said thanks for the help. Dervis LTE, will you play Roblox or will you do Q&A with facecam? Well, it's a bit late for the facecam now. I love your channel. Roblox, I haven't really ever looked into. If there's a big enough, surge for it, then of course I'll try it out, but I can't say I do a substantial series on it. Cleveland fan, do you like FPS games like Battlefield, Call of Duty, and do you plan on putting some gameplay on your channel at any time soon? I do like Battlefield and Call of Duty. Do I plan on putting substantial gameplay on the channel? If that's what people want, I'll do it, but right now there's no plans to do that. Sherwin Fernandez asked like 4 different questions. Can you play Totally Accurate Battle Simulator? Can you use a webcam? Can you play Subnautica? I've always wanted to try Subnautica out, so if that's what you guys want to see, then please let me know. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, I'd love to try that out as well. It looks like a fun little game. Can you use webcam? We've already covered that. Thank you, Sherwood Fernandez, for your question, and thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. I see your name pop up all the time. Most original name, how long have you been doing YouTube? Oh, God. I should have asked this answered this question at the start. I really should have had, like, a system for this. About 3 or 4 years, I'd say. Off and on. Will Hello Neighbor be available in PS4? Is Hello Neighbor, which you played, is demo? This is from Zaid Ifaj. Hello Neighbor will not be coming to PS4 as far as I can tell. It's PC only right now. We'll have to see closer to the release. Is Hello Neighbor, which you played, as a demo? It was the pre-alpha I've played, and I've also played Alpha 1. Thank you so much to TinyBuild for sending me early copies of those games. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's the answer to your question. Tyner Dadik, can you give me some tips about how to start YouTube? What do I need? Right, you need good audio, because more people tune in for audio than video. Someone can always tab out of your video and just listen to your voice, and if it sounds like a goddamn toaster, they're not going to subscribe or not going to give you a substantial amount of views. So make sure you upgrade that. Make sure you show every ounce of your personality as possible. Make the game, make the video bring out the best in your personality, and you'll be golden. Always strive to improve and never give up. The Thug Noah, keep up Checkpoint. 1 week ago, I were at 9,000. Now, I presume means you. You were at 9,000, now 10,000. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Marshmallow Gaming, would you do virtual reality like PS4 or HTC Vive? I presume means PSVR. I've actually just tried virtual reality on the Samsung Gear VR, and it wasn't that great. I mean, it was only based on phones, and I didn't really play any games. I kind of looked around. I would love to do virtual reality videos, but right now I don't have the processing power within my computer or my on my PS4 or anything to be able to, do VR videos. So once I do have that ability, I'll definitely do it. David asks, wow, 10k subs, let's get to 1k, 1k? 100k, good luck, thanks man. Rap God Player says, you like to play Smash Borer. You like Smash Bros. I do like Smash Bros. Your question was kind of a statement, but yeah. Totally Original Username says, grats on 10k. Marshmallow Gaming says PS4 V. I presume that's a correction of his previous comment. And there's one more comment, which someone wanted me to use, and where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? What the hell? Dude, what? Ah, here it is, Flareon, who has also been commenting on the channel, so thank you so much. Can this comment end the video? Yes, it can. Congrats on 10k. Thank you so much, guys. This has been probably the longest video ever put on this channel, god damn. But yeah, 30 minutes of me just waffling on. I hope you enjoyed that. It's going to be an absolute bitch to render this, but thank you so much for all your questions, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this one, or if you're intrigued, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, then make sure you subscribe and keep the comments coming and keep talking to me, because I love talking to you guys. I love like formulating a discussion in the comments. It's just such an awesome feeling. Yeah, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. What can I say? It's an absolute journey, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. This has been Steve. That's been the 10,000 subscriber Q&A. I'm gonna have to find gameplay long enough to put in the background of this. Checkpoint complete.